Hi, everybody. My name is Jeremy. This is Red Means Recording, and I have something I want you to have. It's for you. It's for you. Do you want it? It's this. Shh. Don't tell anyone else. Take it. Before anyone else notices, take it. Here. So what's really going on is I paired up with Perfect Circuit to build this system, and they're going to be giving it away. The reason I have it in my hands right now is because they sent it to me to show it off to you, which we're going to do. Check the video description for the chapter markers. I built it specifically to be a really, really fun, small, compact system that you can do a ton with. It focuses on samplers and sampling playback, but as we'll see, even the QD right here, it can do some really cool synthesis stuff as well. If you don't care about anything else besides just the fact that you can win this, head on down to the video description and enter with the link. I don't know exactly what the terms are. The only thing I asked them was whether or not it would ship with cables, and the answer is yes, so that's cool. But if you do care what it sounds like and what it can do, and I hope you do, I would love for you to stick around and I'll play you some demos and then we'll do a little patch. All right, let's do that. Hi friends, here we are at the table with this little system. I'm going to walk you through the modules, we're going to do a little quick patch, and we're going to talk about sort of what's possible with this system, at least in one configuration. Starting over here, we have Pamela's new workout. This is the brain of the system, meaning this is what's going to provide clock and timing events and modulation to the rest of the system. Very, very useful to have in almost any system. I have a bunch of these, and I love it. I have a video on it, and you can check the video description for a link to there. The expander here allows us to send MIDI out, clock, and a run out, and a times 24 PPQ signal if we have something in the system that accepts that. So let's go ahead and plug our MIDI out here. This is attached to the Korg wave state, which I have off screen, and it's going to sync the Korg wave state to whatever's happening in the system. But any MIDI device that accepts clock can be plugged into here and sync. So really, really useful. This is the Tubbutec sequencer. It is a gate and trigger sequencer. We're going to use it for our drums, which is going to come out of the VPME QD, an incredibly versatile sample playback device with some built-in wavetable playback as well. This is a fantastic little drum machine, and just love it to death. It's fantastic. This is the Noise Engineering Vox Digitalis. It is a really simple 8-step pitch sequencer, and we're going to use this to do pitches in our QD or in our Morphagene over here. Up here we have a MIDI in, which is normal to this MIDI in connection right here. You can plug in a USB or MIDI DIN cable right here, same kind of adapter we have going on right here. And this will provide pitch, mod, gate, velocity, CC, and trigger, as well as clock and reset into the system if you want to have something externally sync or play something in the system, which is really cool. So this will allow you to have a MIDI signal come in via up here and will allow you to sync this system to another MIDI device. We have MIDI in and we have MIDI out, which is great because that means this is a very expandable device in terms of what it might be doing in your studio. we have the Morphagene from Make Noise. This is a microsound granular sort of weird tape playback sample device that we can do all kinds of stuff with. We're going to plug the wave state into it and play through it, and maybe even record into it from the wave state and manipulate samples via that. Up here we have a 4-channel stereo mixer, 2 stereo ins, and we're going to be using the QD and the Morphagene. We're going to pass the signals from those into here and then into the Endorphin.es Milky Way effects processor. The reason I'm doing it that way is because I like the sound of a reverb on all of this, but you can reroute these any ways you want. You can have just the QD going into here. You could have the QD go into the effect processor, into Morphagene, sample in Morphagene, and then rearrange and have effects on something else. You can have just the Morphagene go into here. The sky's really the limit. Like, I mean, it's very malleable and may I even say modular in how you can approach it. Finally, we have a out up here. It's normal to right here. So we'll just go ahead and plug some big old chunky cables in there, and now this controls our output. Up here we have 2 buffered mults. We can use these to multiply signals if you need to. I so far have not used it in the context of this patch, but it's good to have those. So let's start patching. The first thing we want to do is get a clock and reset signal into our sequencer up here. So here's a clock. We're going to choose channel 1 of Pamela's new workout, and we're going to make sure that channel 1 here is set to a 4 PPQ signal or a 16th note, because that's what's going to advance our sequencer every single time it gets one of those events. We're also going to want to put this reset thing here into our run. And what that's going to do is every time I hit start on here and stop, you can see that this returns to the first position, which is what we want. So now we can get the kick drum into trig 1 here. Let's do snare drum into trig 2. And we're going to do hi-hat closed into trig 3. And let's do a channel out of Pam's for trig 4. We'll do 2 right here. And I'll show you why we're going to do that. And let's go ahead and patch the output of this into our mixer up here. So out left and out right. Just like that. We're also going to take the output of our Morphagene right here and put it into the second channel of our mixer. This. And finally, we'll take the output of this mixer, put it into our effects processor as such, and we'll take the output of the effects processor and put it in to our output stage right here. Voila. Now we're ready to make some noise, a few more steps. So I'm going to go to bass drum and just go ahead and put in a little pattern, and I'll go to snare drum and put in a little pattern. Make sure that our decays are set at a reasonable amount. Pitches are all normal. If I hit play, you can hear some events on here. So let's go ahead and get this set up to be more drum-like. I have a video on the VPME QD. It's a fantastic little friend, and if you want to, besides reading the manual, which I definitely suggest you do, you can check that video out. I'm going to pick my lo-fi kicks channel here, and I'm going to pick my lo-fi snares. Let's go ahead to our mix here and change the panning on these so they are not all willy-nilly. All right. You can hear there's a pretty transformative thing going on here with our effects processor, and yeah, it's really nice. Like, I actually don't mind putting it on everything, which is kind of like normally not what I do, but I think it sounds good in this case. All right, so if we go up to our other one here, this is on closed hi-hat. Go ahead and add some more stuff here. Maybe we'll just do 16th notes for now. And let's go ahead and go back to here, pick a hi-hat. Okay, cool. That little sound that we're hearing is coming from this one right here. You can see it blinking right here, doing a little rhythm. That's because I already set up sort of a Euclidean pattern on that. Let's go ahead and change this sound up here to something. Nice deep ass bass. So I have loaded these up with a ton of custom samples. You can always go back for the QD's factory content if you want, but for the purpose of these demonstrations, I wanted to show you how I would use this, and that means that I needed to put fun, happy time samples in here. So this will, I think, come to you loaded up with reels from Morphagene, and also loaded up with stuff in the QD as well that you might be able to have fun with. Since these are both sampling units, the sky's really the limit in terms of what you do with them. I will have been playing some demos throughout this video, and you'll see just how diverse this system can sound. It's been really fun messing around with it. So let's get the Vox Digitalis at play. I'm going to take an output 8 here and put it into the beat input of our Vox Digitalis. And before we go forward with it, I'm going to go ahead and push this to forward mode, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to start programming some notes. So the way we do that is literally just turning this. So we'll do C, we'll do C, C, F, A, C, C, C high. Okay, so now the rate at which we make this move will be determined by the gate out on 8 here. So let's go on to 8 and see how fast we're going. We were going way too fast. I'll move this down to 4 for right now and make sure that this channel is set up in such a way that it's not going to give us any surprises. Cool, so now we have a little pitch sequence, which is pretty fun. Okay, let's get the Morphagene going. So I like to clock the Morphagene. So let's figure out which channel I had set up for that. Looks like maybe 6. We're gonna take the 6 out here. Actually, you know what? No, let's use, no, we'll use this. We could use this expressor to do this clocking, but we'll use 6. So I'm gonna go to 6 and I'm gonna make this 16th note. And let's start bringing this in. It's been quiet this whole time. I have a video on Morphagene as well, which I suggest you check out. But also, this is a very sort of like esoteric module that offers a lot of really amazing features, but also you're going to need to get to know it. There's a lot of apps out there like Modes or some websites that have the shortcuts for this thing just sort of laid out, and you can just like follow them. And honestly, I do find myself doing that still, even after all this time having it in my rack. So let's go ahead and also get this input into here. Ooh, that's a wonderful sound. This is going to the wave state. So we're syncing the wave state, and now we're pulling audio in from the wave state. There it is. If I go like this, I can increase the volume of that. And now, if I hit play, so this allows you to bring in an external signal, and we can even sample it if we want. I'll show you that in a second. But a fun thing to do here is to grab a LFO. Let me figure out which. We'll use 7 here. We'll put this into the slide input, which moves through the current splice. And we'll go to 7, slow this way down to like that, and turn this into a sine wave. So there are all kinds of things you can have on Morphagene. Morphagene is a absolutely wonderful texture tool. You can hear how much it's adding to this. I have loaded this up, the QD, with some weird samples as well, because I really wanted to maximize the sort of like sonic sculpting capabilities and sort of like more off-kilter capabilities of this system. Let's go ahead and go to a new splice way over here. Enter that splice, and I'll show you what happens when we record into here. So let's go make sure that this is in the green. And let me pick a sound. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. So I'm just going to hit record, and I'm going to record this, and then we're going to mess with it. If I have this clocked, it will automatically start recording when I reaches one of the clock speeds. So I'm going to turn 6 back to quarter notes, so to make our quantization of recording that much easier. 2, 3, 4. And there's the thing we just recorded being all morphagened. If you don't like what you've recorded, you can get rid of it. So what can we do with this? Well, a lot. I've been playing demos, hopefully for you throughout this. Yeah, I'm going to upload all this to my second channel as well. So just a really fun little system, like a lot of fun, because we have audio input into the Morphagene. We can do all kinds of stuff that will change your system on the fly, what's capable in there. The Morphagene reels loaded on here are very diverse, so there's a lot of fun to be had there. QD can do so much. Like, it has wavetables, it has, you can do pitch stuff, it has drum synthesis in it, and then whatever samples you load up become just like a tapestry, and you can put a ton of samples on this thing. So I encourage you to play around with both of these to find where you enjoy your space in there. I hope this is a really fun system for you. I'm really, really stoked on it, and yeah, I just hope you like what we've been working on. I'm going to go back to my face now and give you whatever information I need to at the outro of this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in just a second. Well, I hope that has whet your appetite for my little friend here, this little friend. I think it's really, really fun. I put it together out of modules that I had used before, but every single time that you put things together in a new configuration, they offer new challenges, but new opportunities. And I was really surprised about how much I could get out of this in different genres. So I'm really excited for someone to bring this into their home. Again, check the links in the description for not only where to enter this contest, but also a bunch of links to my videos on modules in here, because I have covered almost every single one in great detail. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Go click a link to win this little friend. And that's it. My name is Jeremy. This is Red Means Recording, and I hope you have a wonderful day.